You think you are calm in most of the situations, most of the time. This is what you think. Don't you think that this is what you think only? We don't stay calm most of the time. In fact, when we are not doing anything, still we are not calm. We try to do that or we pretend to do that. Pretending, thinking, and actually happening is totally different perception. We are not calm most of the times. Staying calm is not an art only. It is a blessing, and it is not blessed by gods. It can be achieved intentionally. So, are you willing to do that? Or, if in case if any one of you are nearly to that state, they actually are blessed, even if they have anything else or not, because they can live in the moment and they can live the fullest and the best. A calm person is a person who is devoted to the present moment and they can focus on the present, means they are mostly already towards the path of mindfulness, and that's another theory that we'll be learning. So calmness is not an art, it's a blessing, and we can attain it with certain practices and improving ourselves. No one can live a life fully, intensely, calmly, intentional if they are not calm. Calmness is an art that, if attained, you will be the master of many masters. Because a lot of masters, they lose their intensity and success just because they are not calm and other people are controlling them. That is why, if you become the master of your calmness, you can control many masters in this world. So, what calmness is singleness of purpose, absolute confidence, and conscious power ready to be focused. Means your energy, when you're calm, you can focus all your energy into one direction just because you have mastered the art of being calm. You will be living an intentional and intense life full of purpose. It will be a intentional purpose you will be putting your effort towards. That means you will not be able to control others, even your energy you will be harnessing in a centered point. What that means is, right now most of us, 99.9% of us, that we say regular human beings, are diverted into different directions. We are not present ever in one direction, and just because we are not calm, this is why we are not on the verge or on the direction of becoming superhumans. We are all superhumans, and this is one of the quality of being calm, of becoming a god with small g. Because as a god, you have to master these qualities, and the superpower has been given to us, but we are not able to use it. So let's master this calmness. So calmness does not come from outside, or if we master this art at that we have to practice something to absorb from outside. No, it always comes from the depths of insight of a human being that I call a superhuman. If you master this art, you're already nearly becoming a superhuman. How it is a superhuman power? Because when you are in a calm state, you will never deviate from your main purpose. Even if the outside distractions distract you, that will happen most of the time. For the time being, what will happen? You will come back to the same true path, to the same true purpose that you have decided. A calm person always have a chart designed in line with his main goal, main purpose. He will always come back to the main purpose of his life. That is the reason he will never be deviating from his main path, whatever the situation is. It can be worse, it can be happier situation. But because of calmness, he will not indulge or diverge into both directions. He will always come back to his main purpose, to the center part where he belongs. Unlike you, what you will be doing and you are doing, any distraction that comes along your way, you will run after that. You will leave your main purpose even though you know the main purpose. even though you remember the main purpose, even though your main purpose taunts you every day, every moment of your life, but still you will not be able to stay on that path. Why? Because you are not calm inside. The inner distraction keeps you away from your main purpose. That is why this calmness is a superpower to attain the ultimate goals of your life, attain and stay on the main purpose of your life. That is why very few are able to attain it. And I believe every one of us have this superpower within us, and we can attain it easily, but only if we choose to. That is why it's said that it is an inner quality attained by us superhumans, by us gods with small g. So let's become that part. Why are you wasting yourself intentionally? Calmness is the crown of a beautiful life, of a controlled life. We have to learn the art of serenity for a very successful life, to live a successful and controlled life, because anything uncontrolled is not human behavior. As I always say, we are instinctive human beings. We are born to be behaving instinctively. That is why we have to be taught, means we have to teach ourselves to be in a controlled and calm environment. If we don't do that, the results are chaotic. So, for example, any situation that can deviate you from your main purpose, that is a storm, that is a wind on the surface of your emotion, of your personality. So what you will do is, any wind that come along, any storm that come along, you will deviate from your main path. You will be losing your superpower, and that means you have not attained the level of gods or being a superhuman. So what happens? That is where you have to learn the art of being calm. Why? Any storm, if you see the sea, that is the biggest example where you get tsunamis and storms in the sea. These are the biggest tsunamis you will have, biggest storms you will see there. But if you understand the nature of the storm, doesn't matter what kind of a storm it is, how strong the tsunami is, it is always affecting the upper surface of the sea. It only goes to 200 to 300 meters below the surface. Underneath that, in fact, some of the people say 200 to 300 feet only. Even if it's 200 to 300 feet or 300 meter, underneath that, the sea is always calm. That is the definition of real calmness you have to learn. Whatever happens outside, it should be seemingly seen that way, that others will see that storm is going to destroy you, but inside you no one can see that. This is where you have to be calm and composed. This is the level of serenity you have to learn. Just like a sea, the worst storm can come. Others will see this person is going to be shattered now. But that is the point where you stand inside, not in front of the people. You don't have to show anyone. It is the calmness inside. That is why it is achieved inside. That is the point you have to show the strength of a sea. You have to challenge yourself to become to the level of sea. The inner level of sea is the point you have to become equivalent to. Then you will say, I have achieved the level of a god or a superhuman being. Then you can challenge yourself, not even then someone, yourself. Revenge. Revenge is the main force we as human feel like taking. Anyone that goes against us or done some harm to us or wants to do some harm to us, we start going on a pathway of revenge. This is where it is tested how calm you can stay. That is the point where you have to stay calm. Anyone can do and go on a pathway of revenge. Why not? Because we are instinctive, and instincts say that we have to react, not response. We react all of a sudden. That is where the calmness goes away, and this is the real personality we show to the people. Now, what we have to do is we have to understand the art and law of nature. Nature does not leave itself unsolved. It keeps the accounts of everyday life and your actions in its books. But it doesn't mean that it will close all the accounts by the end of the month, just like an accountant or a company. No, it keeps them there. It acts like a boomerang. It will come back to the balance, but doesn't mean It has to be done at the same time. So you will see the wrath of the nature if you lose the calm. So, to act in accordance to the laws of nature, you have to stay calm. You have to balance yourself. And for that, you have to work intentionally on yourself. If you don't work intentionally on yourself, forget about any success, forget about any progress in your life or inner peace. You can't even achieve level of peace you deserve or you want to achieve. So calmness is the best power you can attain without having anything. That means you don't need to have anything to have this superpower. So what are we waiting for? In revenge, you will see a lot of people killing each other, means going to the steepest level. Even when you are calm, even if the urge of revenge is at its peak, a calm person will wrap around the ropes of calmness around himself. The royal ropes of calmness will be around him. They will stop him from stooping to the lowest level of revenge. That is where you see that you have attained the level of calmness. That is where you know that now you're reaching to other level of success and superpower and becoming at the urge of superhuman that we all are. Obviously you don't want to, most of you will listen to this and you will go away that okay, this is just some random shit he's talking about. You can be superhumans, all of you. If you attain what I'm telling you, if you attain even 10% of that, trust me, you are way above than your peers. So when you are taking revenge from someone, you are not killing someone else's character or personality by taking revenge in any form. You are having a suicide of your own self, own character at that point. You are stooping down to the level that was not there before. That means revenge breaks you and takes you to the lower levels of dungeons where you were never before. The same time you do the revenge or you take the revenge, any activity of revenge, you are already going down in the dungeons of darkness, means the negative characters. So that is the reason a calm person will never lose its composure and control its urges to revenge. That's not possible that you don't have the urge of revenge. That is not possible. If that is not there, you are not humans. You don't have the courage or anything to be called a human. Why should it not be? It should be, because if it is there and then you control it, only then you are successful. If it's not there, then you are not even a successful human being. You are not even courageous enough to stand in the society or even in front of yourself, in front of a mirror. That urge of revenge always has to be there to any level, whoever is against you, for anyone. But the superpower is having that urge and then controlling it and wrapping the ropes of calmness around you and just strangle that negative revenge feeling. Then you are successful. Staying calm is an art, as I said, and you have to learn it. But being hasty and in a hurry is opposite of this nature, or is opposite to the capacity of being calm. So a lot of nations, a lot of people we see are always in a hurry, but nature is opposite to that. Nature is never in hurry. As I always say, nature keeps a full book, a balanced book, but it can never be in a hurry. So you will never expect a equal amount of equalization or balance of decisions at the same time that you want. It will have its books closed in equal manner, but later than your expectation. That means being in a hurry or hastiness is a counterfeit of uncalmness. Means you cannot be calm if you are in a hurry always. If you are in a calm state, you cannot make hastily decisions. That is why nature will produce certain aspects for you against the action of hurriness, because if it hurries or even if a person hurries, the goods will never be delivered, the main decisions will never be performed. So you have to understand that hurry is not the function that you have to perform to attain the level of calmness. You have to be against anti hurry state. You have to be in a state where you are not in hastiness. Your inner self should be composed. Sometimes a lot of people misunderstand not being hurry is equal to not making the decision abruptly. These are two things that are contradicting. So you have to understand, being able to make a hastily decision and being able to make a decision at the same time is two different things. Means you have to analyze the situation first and then calmly decide, if I make this decision right now in a quick manner, does it affect me and my surroundings in a bad way or in a good way? Then you can make the same decision at the same time. But if you think, not think, if you understand, thinking and understand is two different things. If you actually understand that, okay, on this particular topic I have to sit on it, I have to sleep on it, and then I have to go to the next level, then you will see the reality in a different way, and then you will never make the decision at the same time. That is why hurry is against the law of nature. That is why, as humans, because we are part of nature and we are the most beautiful and the best creation of nature, so we definitely have to abide by the law of nature then. That is against the hurry, going against the art of hurry. We have to stay calm always. We, as human, and especially male part, we often see that men lose their calmness very much in society and they go to the level of revenge. That is why I mentioned men, because when action is happening in the real life, men are in the forefront. So we go to the revenge side. That is why I'm going to mention a very delicate part of human life, that in a household, when there is a family, men and females are living there in a unanimous society, what happens? We mostly see that men are being reminded of their duty, that okay, their duty is towards their wives and their homes, and women are being reminded of their duty. But mostly women are mostly pinpointed that you have a duty towards your man, you have a duty towards your family, towards your kids, towards your husband, towards your father, and everyone in the society. But men are not taught that much. They are only merely given or becoming a subject of paying bills in a household or in a society. We have merely become a stigma where we are considered, or we make ourselves not considered by the other party. In fact, we make ourselves a stigma that we are responsible for running the household in terms of the money side only. But the main burden, the main responsibility of being a calm person is residing on a male, because when a male is responsible for being calm in the household, then everything stays aligned. Because mostly men, when they come from outside distress, they come home or towards their family, they take out all the distress on their families, on their children, on their wives, on their mother, father, siblings, everyone. This is why it is very important to understand, for men, the main responsibility fall on you, not on the female. Most of the responsibility has to be taken by male. Only then you are considered a real man. If you try to put all the distress of your outside world and work and your personal things that are staying outside the home and coming back home and putting it on your family, you are not considered a real man. You are just a stigma or a person who is responsible for paying bills. That means you have no other value to your family. You are not bringing any power, any strength, any calmness, any peace to your family. In fact, you are destroying their peace and calmness. So you have to understand that part. If you understand the depth of responsibility that is on your shoulders, you will stop blaming everyone else. And then you will see the, in fact, change, positive change in, not in your life. People around you will be more happier with you. Please focus on attaining that part. Don't take it in a negative way that, okay, why this guy is pinpointing males or anything. No, I am not pinpointing one gender. What I am requesting is that we, each side has to accept their roles, and this time, this point of conversation, we are discussing our main role as males in the society. So we have to be able to taking on that responsibility that we have been deviated from. So the level of calmness and content, we have lost it, especially in today's era. So we have to come to the understanding that Getting aggressive is not a proper personality. Anyone can do that. Again, that is part of being instinctive. And if you only follow the instincts, you will always go on the path of revenge. And that is the opposite of nature. So be calm, attain the level of superhuman beings, and become a god with a small g. Let's do that together. Thank you very much. And hopefully, you learned a lot. Subscribe, share, and if not, your loss. Thank you.